Hello there, and welcome to another edition of GA4 Bitesize. I'm Mike, Digital Marketing Manager at Capsule Marketing. Today, we are going to have a look at setting up events and conversions in GA4. Now, this is, as with most of the things we're covering in these videos, a little bit different to Universal Analytics. Within GA4, everything is an event. Now, conversions are no different. Every conversion is an event, whereas in Universal Analytics, we might have had page destination as a goal. Works a little bit differently. So what we're going to do, you'll see I've got two tabs open here. I have a dummy account for GA4, and then I also have Google Tag Manager, because what we need to do, we're going to first look at setting up an event to fire when someone clicks on a telephone number on your website. So the first thing you need to do is head over to Google Tag Manager. You can see here that I have already set up a tag which is going to fire that event. So I've called it GA4 phone click. It doesn't really matter what you call it. Now I have set up a Google Analytics GA4 event tag. We have entered our measurement ID, and then we've given that event a name, which is going to be phone underscore click. We've then set up a trigger. So this is going to fire when people click on a link that contains the URL within the URL TEL : which identifies it as a telephone number essentially. So once you've set that up and you've published that, when someone goes to your website and they click on a phone number, that is automatically going to fire into your events section. And you'll see it appear here once that's done. Now, in order to set that up as a conversion, it's actually relatively simple from there. In fact, it's incredibly simple. All you do is there's a little toggle here, mark as a conversion, click that on, and then all of a sudden you'll find that in your conversions. So that's nice and easy. We've set up that event, we've marked it as a conversion, telephone clicks, done. But if we want to do, so when someone submits a form, for example, and they hit a thank you page, and that's how we want to measure our conversions, we need to do that slightly differently. So I mentioned earlier that everything is an event within GA4. Every time you click on, you visit a page, that's going to fire an event into GA4 called page_view. Now, what we want to do is fire an event that occurs when page_view occurs, but also the page location equals whatever our thank you URL is. So what we need to do is create a new event, create here, and we're going to call this form_submission. And we want that to be when the event name equals page view, as I mentioned, but then an additional condition here is that we want page_location to equal whatever our URL is for our thank you page. So let's say thank you. Okay. We're going to create that event. And once again, once that's set up, when someone triggers that event, that's going to fire into your Google Analytics. And again, all you need to do is mark that as a conversion, and then it's done. So it is really simple, a little bit different to how you might do it in Universal Analytics, perhaps a little bit more complicated than that, but really not too much to it, and hopefully this has helped. If you do have any other questions on the subject of GA4, we have a bunch of other videos, articles on the subject. I think we've got a guide coming out pretty soon as well. But if you do have any other questions, just fire us an email and we'll be more than happy to help. Cheers.